Well, if it is my favorite legend, Kayak, with the spear and rowing things. Wait a minute. Jokes aside, Kaya's a pretty neat legend. I used to be really bad at her, but then I started getting better at using her SIGs, and now I can use her pretty decently. I don't actually main her really, since my knowledge on bow is pretty limited, but I like Kaya a lot. She can be stupidly fun for a number of reasons. I won't hold you at the intro too long, so let's hop straight into her SIGs. Of course, her SIGs are stupidly good. I'd be damned if some were top tier, in fact. Whether they are or aren't, they're still pretty fun to use. Bow Insig slides forward and shoots out the Snow Owl, which hits a majority of the time for me. It's a strangely great sig for how it plays out. Bow side sig might be her worst bow sig, but that's only because Insig and down sig are great. It sort of reminds me of how some other side sigs play out, like Artemis Scythe side sig or Core Gaunt side sig, in the way that it grabs people and then hits them. Still decent though. Bow down sig is fun to use slide charged, of course, but it can be tricky to hit. Worth to do if you know how to use it. Unfortunately, I don't. Spear Insig is gigantic, at least that's what it looks like. I believe it hits at the top of the mammoth. It's actually a pretty good sig, especially for roof kills, so I'd suggest it. Spear side sig might just be your overall worst sig, because it's really precise to hit. Good when you do hit it, but it feels out of place with Spear's kit and not worth going for. Going from her worst sig to her best sig, Spear down sig. Straight up, just hold it. People walk into it almost constantly. Works slide charge as well, like, stupidly well. Please use this sig. Kaya has really good skins. I don't think any are really bad, so let's hop into them. Alpine Kaya. Holy shit, I love this skin. It is probably the best spear in the game and just gives Kaya this cute skier outfit. It's really casual and I love it. Definitely my top 5 for sure. Aurora Kaya. I've actually never owned this skin and I've owned most other Kaya skins, but this one's style is fantastic. Colors with it make the skin look twice as good, and I think some small tweaks to it will make it god tier for me. Red Rose is a new skin from this Valentine's. It looks fantastic alone, has great weapons, and is just adorable on Kaya. Now this skin. I know it's a bit strange putting Kindergarten Kaya in this tier, but I think it's still a pretty good skin. Considering most of the community thinks Kaya is still 14, this skin fits well, has nice weapons, color swaps, and looks good overall. In the middle consists of 3 skins. First off, Athena Kaya. Her most underrated skin by far, but looks the most different from any skin Kaya has, and has pretty good weapons too. Same would go for Huntress in some parts. It's not an obscure design, but it's still good enough for mid-tier. Then Pearl. I don't know, man. I would have placed her higher if her face didn't look like a duck. It looks like this, not this. Jokes aside, she has really cool sig effects from the show, like Hollow Pearl and even Rose Quartz. Now, my personal least favorite skin of Kaya's, Snowstalker. Her whole face is just blocked out, and that's what makes me not like it that much. It's not a really bad skin, like it has decent weapons and looks okay, but I would have much more preferred if they made her face visible. Wait, what if there was a mod for that? Tier list wise, out of S, A, B, C, and D, I'd place Kaya in B tier. I would do A, but Kaya actually isn't super great. I don't think I've seen her in pro play at all, correct me if I'm wrong. And sure, her SIGs are pretty good, but they aren't good enough for that level of play in my opinion. And just look at her play rate, bottom 10. That's straight up bottom of the barrel. I'm even surprised she got chosen for this week. Of course, her stats must be bad if people don't play her, right? What? Great stats, decent weapons, good SIGs, why are people not playing her? I'm really confused. I understand if not in pro play, but I feel like Kaya should be viable even in Diamond. Take this as a lesson, people. Kaya is a great legend. Go play her and reach 2600. Thanks for watching and keep on brawling.